Yes, many thanks for staying tuned with us on Frontline this morning. Let's go on with the interview segment of the show where we have something very germane, a germane discussion to talk about. And on Frontline this morning, we shine the spotlight on a critical health, public health issue that continues to endanger lives globally, especially among the young people, and that is tobacco smoking. Despite decades of awareness campaigns, public warnings and graphic warnings on cigarette packs, and even the growing knowledge of the risk associated with tobacco use still stand as one of the leading causes of preventable death, and the number are staggering and the consequences are real, but so is the possibility for change as well, from policy reforms and youth-focused education to behavioral support and the innovative role of technology. We can explore the path forward to assuring or to bring about the desired change that we so much want. And joining us to have this timely and urgent conversation is Councillor Korede Peters Bamitala. Is a leading voice in the Anti-Social Vices Club of the Royal Ambassador of Nigeria, and is also the immediate past association director of Royal Ambassador of Orisun Baptist Association, and currently the program chairman, Anti-Social Vices Ibadan Baptist Conference. It's good to have you on the program, sir.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes. There is increasing awareness about dangers of smoking, yet tobacco use, especially among the youth, remains persistent. So why do you think the current anti-smoking campaigns, despite the awareness and all, have not yielded the desired or the positive results?
Okay, let me appreciate the New Frontier Television for this privilege given on to the Royal Ambassadors of Nigeria, Ibadan Baptist Conference to be precise. And then, of course, permit me to say that I'm here this morning with the permission of our conference director, okay, Councillor Juwon Okunlola, and the express approval of my direct boss, the Anti-Social Vices Club coordinator, Ibadan Conference, Councillor Oluwasegun James Adebisi. Okay. Once again, I'm Korede Peters Bamitala, the program chairman for the ASVC in Ibadan. So, talking about tobacco smoking and why it has persistently increased over the years, especially in our nation, Nigeria, we can attribute it to a lot of things. But permit me to just mention but few. One, they say that charity begins at home. We believe that family is the smallest institution and the first institution on earth. Therefore, major causes of this menace is from the home. A dysfunctional home, an absent parent, be it male father or mother, and the likes. So the root cause of this, I can say, is from the home. Thank you.
So aside the homes, what are other factors you think are responsible for the increasing tobacco smoking among young ones?
Okay, aside the homes, I will move to the society. Most young people are influenced through their peers, what we call peer pressures. So they want to belong, so that is what is trending, and then of course they have to be part of it. So the society also contributes a lot to that. And also, it is something we don't pay attention to, but I want to let us consider it. Even the religion institution, they are not doing enough. You hardly see an imam or a pastor talking about the danger in smoking on the pulpit. So they can as well propagate this gospel.
Okay, before we talk about people to propagate the gospel, because I believe there are stakeholders to curb tobacco smoking in the society, you mentioned home being the first contributory factor to why we have increasing tobacco smoking in the society.
Yeah.
Okay, what exactly are you trying to, the picture you are trying to paint, can we know? Is it that the parents are smoking, or because the children do not have adequate knowledge about what smoking is? So let's get the picture clear.
All right, thank you very much. I mentioned home because they say that charity begins at home. And as parents, you have to live an exemplary life. Nobody fall from heaven. Every human being, they are a product of one family or the other. So we need to go back and check. Does the father got it wrong or the mother? Are they into one habit or the other? Children don't learn by teaching. They learn by what they see. What they see the parent doing. So most of this issue, I can confidently tell you that it begins at home. If you permit me to go further, I will expatiate on
Please
that.
do, because you know what I'm talking about. It has some people that do not have family, like they are not brought up under any person's roof.
Okay.
And we have them doing so well.
Okay, yeah.
Sure, you get my point now.
Yeah.
So now you are talking about parents getting it right, the father getting it right. So that is why I want us to have a clearer picture
Okay.
of the message we are trying to pass across.
Like I said, nobody fall from heaven. And we all belong to one family or the other. It may not be your direct parents.
Okay.
Anywhere you are brought up, that's your home. So what are they doing in that environment? How does your father influences you? And how does your mom nurture, train, and model your life right from childhood? These are some of the critical, salient factors we need to look into.
So what are other influences that draw them to that habit? Aside the family,
Okay.
you know, we have some influences in the society
Of course.
that will draw them to that habit. So what are those major or main influences that is drawing the young ones to the habit of smoking?
Okay. Another reason why young people are involved in smoking is because they attributed it to sometimes depression. People say, I'm depressed, so I need to take something to get myself back to normal. Sometimes lack of information or misinformation. It is not tobacco that gets you back to your normal senses. It is not tobacco that will reduce or suppress depression. So most of the time they are misinformed. They don't have adequate information and sensitization about what to do, even when depression or discouragement set in. There are a lot of factors in Nigeria and the world at large that can make someone to be depressed, but tobacco is not the way forward.
Not the way forward.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some of the strategies that have been rolled out of late to see to the prevention of tobacco. Talk about campaigns, sensitization, and all. Which one do you consider most effective, going by your own campaign as anti-social vices advocate?
Okay, permit me to say that when we look at records of countries that have little smoking rates in the world, you talk about Panama. That's number one. We have less than 4.4% of people that are smoking. Sweden, like 7.1, and then Canada, and then of course USA with 15%. Now, what do they do differently? Their government came with strict policy control on tobacco. And they ensure that they spend a lot of money to do sensitization. Not only that, they increase the tax payments of tobacco company.
Okay.
So I think, and they are getting it right. So if our government can do such as well, I think it will go a long way to reduce the rate at which young people are into smoking. For example, they have made it so cheap. In Panama, they don't sell stick of cigarettes. And before you can even get access to it, you have to be a very rich person. Historically, history of tobacco is traced back to aristocracy. What is that in government? a government ruled by few rich people. So these are the people that take tobacco, like pipe, snuff, and the likes, in those days. And you cannot get it. They are majorly millionaires and billionaires. But today, with 50 naira, you can get a stick.
Exactly.
So that's where we got it wrong as well.
So you're saying that taxation
Taxation.
can also be a weapon to
Yeah.
use.
Yes.
How about public, public ban of smoking in the public, placing a ban on it? Do you see that one also playing out
Okay.
in reducing tobacco smoking in the society?
Yes, of
Or
course.
what are other policies or guidelines or rules that you think the government can roll out?
Okay, of course, when I was preparing for this interview, I carried out a research that, okay, what has Nigerian government done so far? I realized they actually ban public smoking. But it's a pity you find people smoking everywhere.
So it's not hidden reason.
It's not hidden. So I think our law enforcement agencies need to do more by enforcing the existing law. For example, and then we as citizens too, we have a lot to do. We have this I don't care attitude. It doesn't concern me. But at the end of the day, it concerns all of us. There's this adage in Yoruba, can I say that? That says,
You interpret it.
Orun yabo, kò kí ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn kan. That is, if the heaven is falling, nobody can dodge or escape it. So we all have to challenge people. Some people, because nobody is talking about it, they thought it's a normal behavior. You enter into a canteen, it's worse. You see people still smoking inside canteen. I've seen that several times. And then I say, okay, madam, are you the owner of this canteen? Please, this is a public place. This man cannot be smoking here and I'll be eating here. You know, they take redress. And sometimes they turn off, they quench the cigarette. And to some extent, once they know I'm around, no smoking. So if all of us at one time or the other, in one place or the other can do that, it will also help to reduce the rate of smoking.
Okay, Anti-Social Vices Club. What are the specific anti-smoking campaigns or initiatives that you've been involved in, locally or globally?
Oh, thank you very much. Anti-Social Vices Club of the Nigerian Baptist Convention Royal Ambassador was baited by the Royal Ambassador, but now is a registered separate entity with the Ministry of Youth and Sport, both at the national and the state level. So it was registered as a recognized body in the year 2004, about 21 years now. So we have done a lot, you know, campaigning against anything social vices. And one of it is this tobacco smoking. For example, in 2004, we had secondary school campaign on evil in drugs in partnership with the NDLEA, National Drug Law Enforcement Agencies, under the leadership of the Commander Joe Fadile. We went to various secondary schools around Okeado, Grammar, Akobo, and the likes. And to a great extent, we were able to influence nothing less than about 7,000 young people within those periods. Commander was there, and ASVC and RA officials were also there. We saw how that young people of age 14, 15, they're already into drugs, but they cannot come out. And then I talked about parental care the other time. Their parents don't know, because their own is to go to work, provide food. They don't monitor the progress of their children. They don't know what is going on in their mind. You know, this generation, we say that they are going through a lot, but nobody cares. So we create a tete-a-tete environment for conversation. How did you get into these things? What led you into it? What happened? And then we profile solutions. So we have done a lot, series of campaigns. We have gotten some other international recognitions, even About 3 months ago, we are given an award from the Ministry of Youth and Sports in Oyo State for campaigning against anything social vices. Yeah.
So that's quite laudable on your part. Now, let me ask you that, you talk about age 14, 15. So how do you tailor your message looking at their age difference, their cultural background, their gender? Because I want to believe that when we are talking about tobacco smoking, our attention are always on the boys, the male gender, forgetting the fact that we can also have the other gender engaging in this act. So how do you tailor your message to cater for all of those categories?
Oh, I love that angle that you came in from. In this generation, no gender is exempted. We have seen a lot. This generation today, you find both male and female in the club. And one major activity they do in the club, I stand corrected, is smoking. One major activity, male and female. Shisha, colos, and the likes. I got flabbergasted sometimes when I see a female gender. In those days it was a taboo. A big taboo that a female gender is even nearing smoke, not to talk of, but they take it with pride these days.
Then abnormal is now becoming normal now.
Yes. So they do it with pride and showcases on various social media platforms. So, Anti-Social Vices Club, we even take our campaigns to clubs, or even though we won't go there at night anyway, during the day, we do banners, posters, we use various social media handles to campaign against it, that it doesn't exempt any gender. Both male and female are now involved.
So your message cut across both gender. Yes. What about the age differences? We have some teenagers, we have even people below that 14
yes.
that engage in this hack. So how do you manage to cater for all of those age differences?
Okay.
And their locations, their cultural background.
Okay, for example, I don't want to mention the name of the school.
Okay.
At that school, during our campaign, we found a boy of 14, I think he was in GSS 3. And we're like, what led you into this? He said they started with newspaper, together with his friend behind a bush at their school. And then on and on and on. So what we do in that situation is that we approach them with the message they can understand. We create a friendly environment for them. We make ourselves accessible and approachable. We come down to their level so that they can be free to discuss anything with us. So it's not, but somebody with that kind of habit, it's an habit, you don't undo it with iron hand. No, because he or she is addicted. So to get him or her out of that melange, it takes patience, it takes endurance, it takes various strategies.
So you have people who can speak different languages in your club?
Of course, we have people that speak Hausa, speak Yoruba. We even have people that understand the club languages. Yeah, the Gen Z languages.
I like that.
Exactly.
All right, so let's take a look at the messages. So what platform do you consider most effective in passing across those messages, talking about anti-smoking campaigns and initiative? Social media could be part of it.
Yes,
and we also have other platforms that you guys can explore in making sure that you reach the unreached. Sometimes we focus so much on the city, like it's the city guys that do stuff like that, forgetting the fact that even the unreached too can also be part of this. So how do you reach out to them aside social media?
Okay.
And what do you do on the social media too as well?
Okay. On that, we like to emphasize on two major medium. Okay. There are several others, but permit me to mention two. That is one, public space or spaces. Yeah, marketplace, the roadside, school, and the likes. This is where you find population of people in high numbers. So we take our campaigns there, sensitize people on the. Most people that are smoking, it won't surprise you that they don't know the effects. Yeah. Most. They thought, okay,
Even after listening to the advertisements,
that
and
smokers are liable to
die
die
young.
young. So they just thought it's an advertisement promoting the product. In fact, they see the advertisement as something that is encouraging them, whereas it's killing them gradually. So, but when we go out on the streets, one-on-one conversation, public spaces, campaign against it, sensitize people that, oh, this is the evil. You're only looking at the good side, if there's any, anyway. The dangerous side is more than what you can see. So I think public spaces is very, very club inclusive. Because most of our young people from Monday to Sunday, they are now finding the club. That's continuing to baffle me that what can we do to that? But I think there will be another project on that.
So how much do you explore social media, or you leverage social media?
Oh, we make use of X.
Okay.
We use the WhatsApp platform, the Facebook. We are almost online 24/7. And we do what we call a transformation hour. Every month, we do an online program where we host roughly 1,000 people that join our social media platform, from various countries. So we are doing a lot on social media. And aside that, we do a regular regional campaign. For example, come 21st of June, we'll be at the Ibarapa zone. 1,000 march against social vices. That's the theme. So we cover the whole of Ibarapa, the 7 Ibarapas, from Erua to Lanlate to Igangan to Tede and the likes. So we are taking our campaign there, live. And our major venue is this Oyo State School of Agriculture, Igbora. That's the major venue for that event.
If you have a platform, or let me say an opportunity to ask the government for something to achieve this tobacco-free generation, maybe some kind of policies, some kind of programs, initiative, what would it be?
Yeah, please, before I answer that, permit me to mention the second point. The second major agent that can help us is the religion institution. From my research, we observe that most people listen and obey their religion leaders more than any other person, even more than the government, so to speak. I stand corrected. So we appeal to them. They should give us a platform during their services, either in the mosque or in the church. Tobacco does not have religion bias or what have you. The evil is affecting all of us. All of us. Look at the likes of Boko Haram, kidnapping, and the likes. Most of them are drug-induced. You cannot shy away from that. So many of them are Christian and they are Muslim as well. So our religion leaders, they should preach it on their platform as well. Tell people on their, maybe on several Sunday messages or what have you, they should ensure that at least something is said about it. And, our arms are always open. You can approach them. They can give us a platform to preach against this thing. Tell people about it. People don't know. And then parents as well should lead by example. The exemplary life will influence those children to do better. And you said if the government will do one thing, what would I advise? I will say that they should increase taxation on tobacco.
More than what it is.
Make it like 1,000% increase. if that can happen. Most countries did that, and they are enjoying the result today. NDLA, they are trying, I tell you, they are trying to control drugs, but they have little or no facility to cater for over 250 million Nigerians, and like 70 million that are involved in smoking. So, but if they increase the taxation, they gave strict policy to tobacco producers, I think most young people, because these colos, you ask, how much are they selling it, for crying out loud? You can get it as low as 1,000 naira. And you see young, promising youths, once they take it, right where they are sitting, within seconds, they turn to another thing. I have seen a lot. When you look at the social media.
So every taxation
is key. Once that is done,
okay,
then the price will increase. Nobody will be able to buy it. Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. Yes, aside religious leaders that you mentioned, parents,
Yes.
what other stakeholders that you think can come together to push this movement forward?
Okay. Other stakeholders involve the journalists, like what you're doing now, the television stations, the radio stations. They have a lot to do. People listen to radio, they watch television every now and then. Most times you see television and radio station even advertising tobacco. It's an irony. Anyway, they want to make money as well.
It's an advertisement.
Cannot blame them.
Yeah.
It's an advertisement and it's licensed. But they should screen such advertisements. Yeah. And then also help to campaign against it. So they can also help.
I think it's a matter of choice for me to listen to an advert, and it's my choice to whether I'm going to make purchase or not. So we can't run away from the fact that radios and television, we keep advertising
Yes.
tobacco as their own revenue generation thing.
Yes.
But the choice now lies in the people that listen to it. You can advertise a product. It's my choice whether I'm going to make purchase or not. Sure, you understand.
Yeah.
So I need just for us to clear that.
Exactly.
But journalists can also sensitize.
Okay.
Just as what we are doing now.
Yes.
Okay, now finally, before I let you go, so from everything that we have been saying, you believe that tobacco-free generation is possible. So, but how realistic can we get there to have a tobacco-free generation?
Yes, I agree with you that tobacco-free generation is possible. I'm a Christian, to be precise, and I believe that with God all things are possible. But we have a lot to do if we are going to experience a tobacco-free society. And how realistic, we need to get our young people empowered. An idle hand is the devil's
Workshop.
not only workshop, company. So we need to get them busy. For example, in the Nigerian Baptist Convention, hardly will you see a dedicated Baptist young guy who is less busy. You have to be at the sunbeam from your mother's womb anyway. After that, you be in the RA, where you have a lot of activities for male. For the girls, you have the girls auxiliary. For the male, you have the MMU. For the ladies, you have the WMU, the Lydia auxiliary. Activities is ongoing. And, all these tend to mold us to become a better person. So such people will not have time for all those things. So we have to get young people empowered in skills, in knowledge, in ensuring that they get busy so that they don't get involved in tobacco smoking. Another thing is that we have to promote alternative activities, like sport activities. Like, for example, I love what football has done greatly in recent years. Most people, while they were watching football, they don't smoke. So that one are taking their time. So we can get them involved in sporting activities. That one will also, reduce the attention they will give to smoking and the likes.
All right, I want to say a very big thank you to Councillor Bamitale for your wonderful time on the program as we consider the topic towards a tobacco-free generation. Well, just as you mentioned, when we get our young ones empowered and equipped, perhaps this is it's going to be realistic for us to have a tobacco-free generation. So we look forward to that society, that generation where we will say that no to tobacco, and I believe it's going to be achievable by God's grace. So once again, a very big thank you to you for coming on the program today. We'll take a break now to allow for sport update with Adebola Adeleke. Do stay with us.